And after having our games postponed last week due to the weather, we bring you back NDSL Volleyball Series action here at the Met Park Sports Center. Our games for today, we have 4 on the slate, 2 in the women's division, followed by 2 in the men's division. Our first game will be Leon versus DHTSI, followed by AFP versus CSB Quezon, and VNS versus Signal, and Alpha versus UST to round out the 4 games for today. And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joel Parcon alongside my partner, Tati Dulce. Tati, good morning to you.
Good morning, Sir Joel. It's a very interesting day today, a very long one,
Very
actually.
long one for us. 4 games on the block. We will start with these 2 teams, Leon and DHTSI. Of course, for Leon, we have the 2-time NCAA best setter, Venice Puzon. She will be on set with. What are we going to expect from her?
Honestly, since she is a setter, we're going to be watching her plays and how she's going to lead this team, especially when it comes to, Leon it's their first game in this league. So hopefully they open up strong and they open up really, really well, especially with Leon having a lot of probably fans watching them as they are athletes that have came from very significant schools themselves.
Yes, and that is Leon. Meanwhile, on the other end, we've got DHTSI. And we have Lara May Clavano, their own setter as well.
Clavano did really well last game, if we remember, with DHTSI versus AFP back in July 11. And Clavano is also a setter. Hopefully, we'll be seeing her do her quick plays again and utilize all her spikers in this upcoming game.
Unfortunately, one big missing player for this game is Pachari Sangwang from DHTSI. And we'll bring you this ball game, Leon versus DHTSI, after this break. About ready to start with this game between Leon and DHTSI. Both teams, of course, starting out NDSL volleyball, losing to the same team, both to AFP. Leon lost 3 sets to 1 last July 9, and as you mentioned, Tati, DHTSI took AFP to the brink 3-2 in last July 11, and we covered that ball game. Before we took a break, we did mention that missing from the lineup for today's ball game, Pachari Sengwang for DHTSI. That will be a huge loss for them.
Yes, especially since Patry was a really big player back in their game against AFP, one of the major spikers, actually.
National referee, second referee will be INAUGURAL, national referee.
And this is a new setup because, well, for us at least, the first referee is going to be right here with us. Or is it? Is he?
They seem to be moving it, Sir
Uh-huh.
Joel.
Or maybe the first referee doesn't want to stand. He'll just stand on that box.
Better viewpoint for us, I
Mhm.
believe.
And both teams hyping themselves up. Of course, we have mentioned this several times. Momentum is a huge part of volleyball.
Yes, especially when it comes to making sure that they start off strong. Speaking of strong, these both teams are actually players that are experienced, right? All
Mhm.
of them came from colleges, universities. Hopefully, we'll see how that plays out in very mature teams.
We're just about we're waiting for things to get started, for the starting units to get announced, as our technical committee is also discussing something at the table. And we did cover the last game of DHTSI against AFP. And you did also mention that Coach Robert of DHTSI probably has a different, another commitment.
Yes, he is currently not here. We are looking at the assistant coaches of DHTSI. But it's good to know that this team,
Mhm.
look at them, all smiles today, getting ready for their first game so early in the morning.
Exactly. And one key addition to DHTSI is Judiel Nitura,
Mm.
the second Nitura in the lineup of DHTSI. She, of course, is a varsity player for Letran. Curious that she's not part of that team that's also playing in the NDSL volleyball tournament.
I'd like to think a little bit of rivalry in the family always puts
Probably.
people on their toes.
So our referees. Okay, so
Okay, they're
yeah, the starters are out. No announcement of starters for now. I think they're also fixing something with the sound system on the other side. So for Leon, we've got Gaviola, Sebastian, Eslapor, Puzon, of course. We also have Acepcion as the libero. Meanwhile, for DHTSI, it's Palanca, Espinosa,
Now serving DHTSI.
that's Judiel Nitura, Manukay, who also had a good game in their match against AFP, is also starting here. Starting off set number one, Manukay with the first serve. Here comes the set. And that is a point.
all right. Leon starting off strong using their middle attack.
Getting the first point of the day. Good receive. Palanca setting it up. Block was there. Palanca, another set. And that is in.
The HTSI using their outside hitter, but good job to Leon. That was a wonderful pancake. Wonderful defense by them. But then again, all of them are just warming up.
Service in. Goes on once again with the set. And that's received. Oh, there was a hole in the middle.
A bit of miscommunication there from Leon. As you can tell, a lot of the players wanted to get it, but everybody kind of hesitated. That's one of the key points of volleyball to make sure that you communicate well with your teammates so that we don't leave holes in the defense.
Palarca with another service. Who's on setting up? Gaviola, and that's in.
Guzon seems to be utilizing her middle attack her middle blockers for their attack points.
And they do realize that there is a bit of a height advantage for them. And that one was blocked by Nitura. She comes in for the attack. Orenda in. They send it over. Palarca going to the other Nitura, and that is in.
On the
Judiel
line.
Nitura. So that is 2 early points for Judiel Nitura. Let's take on service.
Service error, first service error of the game from DHTSI.
Here's Palarca with a set, and that just goes in for Tony Nitura.
There seems to be something going on with the referees.
A little bit of a discussion. Oh, and they award the point to Leon.
Outside, apparently.
Now serving number 9 on Team Leo.
Here's Puzon setting up her open header. That's a good block, but they still get it over. Puzon down the middle. And whistle is blown.
Now you see a really difference in strategy from both setters. DHTSI seems to be utilizing their wing spikers, and meanwhile Leon seems to be using their middle blockers for their attacks.
Service is in. Gaviola.
A little bit of hesitation. Again, communication.
Oh, failing to receive that ball properly. Point will go to Leon.
That's another struggle in volleyball when your setter isn't able to receive the second ball and somebody in the team has to show up and say, "That's mine," and get the second, or else we're going to have miscommunication problem.
And that is a service ace for Esplador. Sorry, Eslapor. Take another look at that. Had the right angle. Eslapor once again with another service ace. That's 3 straight points for Leon. Eslapor with precise services. They get it to Puzon, and Palarca could not receive it. So that point,
Leon's
go to
momentum is pulling away. DHTSI seems to be struggling when it comes to communication on their setter.
and a timeout on the floor. We'll be back. That is Zonchi Jane Dahab with that last score off the set by Puzon. They are hitting their spikes long, and DHTSI unable to receive the ball.
Now
Serving for Leon, Eureka Eslapor. And that is a gimme. Who's on drop? And that gets through the block and in.
Good defense from the libero of DHTSI.
Now serving DHTSI.
Serving for DHTSI is Judiel Netura. Orendain, that is in.
Point for Leon.
There we go. Here we see Leon utilizing their wing spikers now. Ready as the rotation is coming around.
Leon.
Score is 9-6 on that service error.
Point for DHTSI.
Good block, but it goes out.
Point for Leon.
It seems that DHTSI is making a lot of errors very early in the game. But you never know. We can always catch up.
There's Balarca with a set. And that is out.
That was a nice call from the libero, from Leon. Learned how to dodge so early in the morning, guys.
It's so early in the morning, I wasn't able to dodge early while they were playing, while they were warming up. Service ace for Puzon.
Point for Leon.
Yes. And that is long.
Timeout, DHTSI.
And DHTSI will call a timeout. We'll be back. DHTSI finding themselves behind by 7 points, 13-6 here in the first set. They still have a chance to get back in this match. Balingit has entered the game. Luzon once again with the serve. Balarca with a set. Good block. And here's Gaviola. Gets it to the back end. Judiel Netura. Her spike. Just enough to break that momentum. And get the 7 point for DHTSI. Here's the set once again. Good block. Oni Netura with sending it over. And rally is still ongoing. Gaviola hitting it hard and getting it through.
The wing spikers of Leon really showing them how to do it early in the morning.
And point goes to Leon, they're now up by 7 once again, 14-7. Going into the middle. Who's on? Sending it right back up. Palarca with the receive. Good saves. Here's Gaviola. That is out.
We see a little bit of more momentum coming back to DHTSI. I think they're trying to find their rhythm right now. And I think if they try to catch up and get their straight points, they'll be able to maybe regain the set.
And they are down by 6 right now. Not a good set there, but they still get it over. Orenda in, her receive was off. And that point will go to Espinosa.
Quite unfortunate that there was a box over there because I'm pretty sure Leon's libero was able to get that, if ever.
It would be interesting if that went into the rim. Of course, these boxes are there to box out the basketball rims that are on opposite ends of this court. But that attack by S. Lapor just too strong for DHTSI.
Leon gaining a lot of attack points instead of just waiting on DHTSI's errors this game.
And the receive is off for Torzar.
Technical timeout.
As we head to our second technical timeout, we'll be back. And we are back here in Met Park Sports Center for this first of 4 games for the NDSL Volleyball Series 2025. Joel Parcon alongside my partner Tati Dulce bringing you this match between DHTSI and Leon, two of our non-school-based clubs.
So far, Leon still has momentum and DHTSI needs to find their rhythm.
You just saw Judiel Neptura on your screens earlier. Serving for Leon, that's Michelle Ignacio. Sorry, that was Junela Sebastian. As Gaviola, her attack is wide. Substitution for DHTSI. Shika Espinosa serving for DHTSI. Here's the set. Down the middle and through. Eslapor with the kill. Got it through the defense of Tony Netura there. Gaviola, her serve is off.
It's good that Gaviola has been one of the main attackers for this game.
Unfortunately there, her service was wide. So here's Tony Netura with the service. Now that's long. And so ball goes back, possession goes back to Leon with Eslapor, Eureka Eslapor serving. Palarca setting it up. Not enough, as that is a point
Point four.
Who's on struggling to get the second ball, especially since the receive was off by Leon.
And that is a service ace
DHTSI.
for
Timeout.
Miguel Netura. Timeout is called on the floor. We'll be back. As we take a look at some highlights from Letran standout Judiel Netura, coming from a family of sports people.
Natura really doing well in carrying DHTSI in terms of their attack.
And that is a point for DHTSI. Error there.
They're only down 4 points now, and that's due to the fact that Leon is kind of losing their momentum. And we have Natura at the back row now, but hopefully the setter will still be able to utilize her from the back line.
And once again, Orenda in with the attack. Attacking the back line. That's where Leon has been getting a lot of their points. And Cruzon has been activating Orenda in several times already here in the first set. Serving for Leon, that is Maria Teresa Faminiano. Alarca, oh, that was not the best of sets. The timing was a little off. Going to the opposite side. Oh, two teammates going for that ball.
A little miscommunication again from Leon.
But then, fortunately, Sebastian hit it well enough. Timeout on the floor. The score is 20-14. We'll be back. Leon finds themselves on top by 6. 20-14 here in the first set. Here's the set. Orenda in once again. Good block from the defense of DHTSI. And Nitura couldn't get to the ball in time. Another point for Orenda in.
Orenda in really knowing how to adapt to certain plays and being a very flexible player this game.
And that is a service error for Faminiano. Substitution Faminiano. And then immediately the libero comes in. Who's on? Activating the middle. Good receive by the libero there. Here's Orenda in once again. Too long. So DHTSI within 5 points. But they give a point away.
DHTSI can't afford these kinds of errors right now. Set 1 almost comes to an end. We're at 22-16, which means that there's a bit more pressure on DHTSI's end.
Oh, and a service ace for Leon. Who's on with a service ace? That time it was received. Palarca setting it up. And that's on the line. Or no, it was a touch, ball touch. Is that what they're saying?
Okay, I think they were trying to challenge, but the first referee and the second referee came to agreement that there was no need.
Good set there. And Leon getting the point right back. Sebastian. 2 points away from grabbing this first set.
Set point.
No, sorry, they're at set point. Orenda in with the service. And they get it. Orenda in with a service ace to end the first set, 25-17 in favor of Leon. They're now up 1-0 as we take a look at the last play.
Arandayan really carrying Leon right now in terms of attacks.
And we'll be back for the second set. This is the NDSL Volleyball Series. And Leon got the first set 25-17 in this women's division matchup for the NDSL Volleyball Series. Tell us the story of that first set, Tati.
DHTSI really needs to minimize their errors in this next set, since that was one of the reasons why it allowed Leon to lead and gain momentum. But good on Leon for keeping their momentum and making sure that they stay strong throughout the whole set. Although we can see that the different spikers were utilized by Puzon. Good on Puzon for using their middle backline and their wing spikers. DHTSI needs to find their footing, especially if they want to take set 2.
And that's just about ready to start in a matter of seconds. As DHTSI has switched their setters. It's now Clavano setting for DHTSI. Puzon on the other end. She did pretty well in that first set.
Yes, she did. She really utilized all her spikers, not showing any favorites, and even scoring a drop ball at one point.
Just about ready to start here. Uzon will serve. And it is a service error.
For DHTSI.
DHTSI needs to use this as a opportunity to start strong here in set 2 to make up for set 1.
And it's Glavano serving as well. Here's Leon on the attack. Glavano set up Noval, and that will go through.
Alright, DHTSI starting strong. Glavano making her first appearance in the game, starting strong as well as a setter.
Running serve. And that will be an error.
Lifting by Uzon.
So it's 3-0 early here. Uzon going to Orendain. Cabrera getting it. Here's Gaviola this time.
Alright, Uzon using her wing spiker, Gaviola, who also scored a lot last set.
It was Gaviola and Orendain, the primary scorers for Leon. Cabrera, her hit couldn't get past the net.
Alright, Leon needs to use this as a way to find their footing in an unsteady start here in set 2.
Glavano just able. Oh, that's 4 hits. It's another error for DHTSI. Quickly losing the momentum that they gained early on in this second set.
Momentum, as we know, is a very important aspect here in volleyball.
Netura with a strong attack, but it is received. Here they come once again. Netura on the opposite side. Team Leon with strong attacks themselves. Uzon setting up Gaviola. Noval. Here is Leon. Rally ongoing. Not the best of sets.
I think that was their longest rally in this game so far. We can see that the players are now awake and ready to go.
And it has been 4 straight points for Team Leon as Judiel Netura's hit is blocked, but it goes out.
Now serving, DHTSI.
Oh, good attack.
Leon's middle blockers seem to be doing well in terms of like attack points. Hopefully we see more blocks though from these middle blockers.
Cabrera with the receive. Manukay, good attempt there. Here's Gaviola. Got it through the blockers, but recovering in time was Noval. Uzon setting it up. Far end, and that will be a good defensive move.
I don't think the ball really went over the net, and the HTSI called it and immediately said 4 touches if they tried to get it.
Here's Gaviola. Cabrera with the sheet, but it goes right back over. Who's on setting Viola up once again? A little behind, but it is enough. The ball seems to like coming to our side.
Yes. We see Clavano look a little bit shocked there as she was not able to receive that ball.
Viola with the service.
But then, you know, as a setter, when you don't receive the first ball, it makes sense. It makes sense when you don't receive the first ball and you get a bit, whoa, that just happened.
Here's Nitura with the serve. That is an ace.
On the line, Nitura really showing her moxie here in this game ever since the start of set 1.
There's the setup, and there was a violation on the part of Espinosa, I believe. So it will be a point for Leon. A tighter second set here, 7-all. Oh! Clavano was already anticipating a reception as we head into our first technical timeout.
Technical timeout.
We'll be back. And one of the primary attackers for Team Leon has been Jenny Gaviola. Activated several times and delivering for Team Leon.
Yes.
They are now up 8-7.
Gaviola and Orenda is really carrying in terms of attacks when it comes to Leon's points right now.
Now that is a service error. But you could see that Clavano had an eye on the net just to see if the ball was gonna go over.
This is why in volleyball you never turn your back against the net.
Here's Manukay with a service that is way off. So Team Leon now back up by 1, 9-8. Dahab serving. Here's Clavano setting it up. There's Cabrera with the attack, but that is short.
DHTSI really let go of their strong start here in set 2. They need to learn how to adjust even though they're under pressure.
Here's the set. Oh, nice drop by Clavano.
DHTSI.
If you look at the replay, you see that Clavano did a no-look drop. One of the fun parts of being a setter is the drop balls. It's an art.
It's an art. Here's Clavano with the set. Leon on the attack and gets to that spot where no one was standing. That's Sebastian with the point.
Sebastian saw that there was a giant opening there on the left side of DHTSI.
Here's Buzon with a service. To get it over. While Buzon setting up Sebastian, but that is received. Cabrera's attack is blocked. Noval will try, and that's in.
waste of a free ball there by Leon. DHTSI at least found their way to get an attack point from that rally.
Take a look at that. Noval saw the seam and got the ball right through. Here's Gaviola on the attack. Received. Noval this time. Again! Getting hit right in the middle of 3 Leon players.
Off spin by Noval. We actually thought that that was going to be a strong hit, and she changed last minute mid-air into a more off spin attack.
She heard you when you said that they need to adjust. She
There we
adjusted
go.
in mid-air.
She adjusted, yes she did.
Who's on? Setting up Orendain. Hit was blocked. Gaviola's strike is wide.
Beautiful defense there by the libero from Leon. Acepcion, I believe.
But DHTSI now finds themselves on top 12-11. Not the best receptions by Orendain. Here's Netura. That will go in.
Off the block by DHTSI. It seems DHTSI is now using their momentum as a way to gain this second set to their advantage.
That's 4 straight points for DHTSI, giving them this 2-point lead, 13-11. Who's on? Setting up Orendain. That is off of a block.
Miranda in adjusting since she was making a little bit of error a while ago in the last few points, but shut them down immediately.
Ravano got it to Noval, but received. Error on the attack.
Leon's libero really doing good in terms of digs and receives for her team.
Who's on? Setting it up. Here's Noval once again. Joust up top. Won by Leon, and that's Tapang showing her courage.
That was a little too close to the net by DHTSI.
And that is long.
Point for DHTSI.
Noval with a service. And that will be in.
Both Clavano and Puzor need to find a way to not have these jousts in the net for both teams.
As we head into the second technical timeout for the second set, we'll be back. Take a look at DHTSI. They find themselves up 16-13. Judiel Netura.
Netura, one of the star players right now of the game in terms of attack points and consistency.
She has 7 points to her name. Who's on setting it up? Tapang with a good attack.
Point for Team Leon.
Tapang with a serve. Here's Clavano. And that is considered 4 touches.
4 touches, point for Team
Alright,
Leon.
we see Leon gaining their momentum now as we head
to the second part of the second set.
Clavano setting up Manukay. But that possession is saved. Here's Nitura. Blocked right back.
Leon's defense is really doing well, as we can see in terms of blocks and in terms of receives and digs.
As a timeout is called by DHTSI, Leon has squared everything off at 16 all. We'll be back. Nitura already with 7 points, but that last attack was blocked. Hapang serving for Team Leon. And that is a service race.
We see Team Leon pulling away now with consecutive points on their end. DHTSI needs to learn how to move under pressure.
Not the best set from Clavano for Nitura. And Dahab gets it through. It's 5 straight points now for Team Leon. DHTSI started the second set strong, but Team Leon has gotten back and have claimed momentum heading to the latter part of the second set. Dahab seeing the block there, opting for a softer touch.
We see the coaches talking to both teams right now in terms of strategy as this set comes to a close.
That is off on the receive, but they get it right over. Acepcion. Here's the attack. Espinosa unsuccessful on the attack there. And that will be a point for DHTSI.
This is a chance for DHTSI to turn it around, especially now that we have the Tura at the back.
Maybe a quick attack from behind is in the offing here. Who's on? Going wide. Here's Clavano. Goes to Espinosa. That's in.
Espinosa has been waiting for their moment since a while ago. You've been seeing her itch on court to gain that attack point.
Finally getting that right set for her attack. That is too strong.
We need to minimize errors here in the HTSI side, as we know that Leon is right now up by one set.
And up by 1 point also in this set. Oop. There's a buzzer.
Rotational error, I believe.
Oh.
This is what we've talked about before, Sir Joel, in terms of making sure that your rotation is correct, or else that's an immediate point to the other team. I believe you told me before that you can't believe how insanely formal volleyball is compared to a lot of sports you've seen.
Especially since, for example, my background is really in basketball, so I appreciate the formality and the propriety that is shown in volleyball. Especially, for example, things like the substitutions. Also, although it also happens for football, for example. There and then even at the start of the game when they have to meet in the middle, all of these different things. It's a different look for sport. As that goes in
Ball game, point
for
Team Leon.
Dahab. Dahab on the serve. Here's Cabrera. That's in.
Kill for DHTSI.
Very close game here, set to DHTSI. Not allowing Leon to pull away unlike last set.
Team Leon, number 6.
Score is tied at 20 all. Espinosa with a strong serve. Drop is received. Puzon. Orendain's attack gonna go in.
Arenda in tried to call for a touch on DHTSI. Unfortunately for them, it did touch the net.
But I think that they awarded the point to Team Leon. Clavano activating Noval with a strong attack, but it's received. Clavano to Noval once again. It just won't go. Clavano, this time with a drop.
These setters and their drop balls, this game so good my voice cracks.
And Clavano knots things up at 21.
Clavano with her second no-look drop ball. That was beautiful on that replay.
The ability to know that there was no one there is just amazing.
As a previous setter myself, our coaches always like to tell us being a setter is like having eyes at the back of your head as well.
Oh, she couldn't see the rhythm there with Nitura though. As Team Leon 3 points away from taking a 2-set lead.
It's only the matter if DHTSI will succumb to the pressure that Leon is now putting on them.
Here's Nitura. They get it back. Tapang. Her attack didn't go in. And Nuval saying she didn't touch that ball, claiming that it should have been 4 touches. But I believe that
Substitution for DHTSI.
it is still going to be a point for DHTSI.
At least we see DHTSI's fighting spirit.
That's off the touch.
But Leon also has their fighting spirit.
Sebastian has been scoring for Leon here in the second set.
But that's good on Puzon as a setter, utilizing all her spikers. Not one is only getting the spotlight, but all in every position, whether it's backline, outside, opposite, or middle.
Clavano to Nitura. That's in.
Beautiful back set by Clavano. By this point, this game is just the battle of the setters, not the battle of the spikers.
Well, we did feature them at the top of the
We
coverage.
did.
It was Puzon and Clavano.
So shout out to all the setters that are watching right now. You're getting some representation, well deserved.
At attacks block. And Tapang couldn't get it over the top. Point will go to DHTSI. Timeout on the floor. We'll be back. DHTSI on the verge of getting this second set. They started off strong, but Leon roared back into this set, and chance for Noval to get it for them on the serve, and that is out. Team Leon claiming touch, but it goes out in favor of DHTSI, and they square this up at 1 set apiece, winning this set, second set 25-23. Tati and I will be back for the third set. And the match, this game is tied at 1 set apiece for Leon and DHTSI, as DHTSI has used that early momentum in the second set to bring it home. Strong attacks from both Judiel Nitura and Noval.
But we also have to mention the setters, Puzon and Clavano, doing really well utilizing all their spikers. And you saw in the replay, Clavano's drop balls were a bit crazy in the second set.
We will see what will happen here in the third set. This will be a crucial one.
Right, and we'll see whether or not both teams are going to keep their consistency and their momentum in regards to making sure that their attack points and lessen their errors for set 3. But you can see both teams are now warmed up, both teams are now revived and awake, ready to go. Hopefully this will stay the same, even though maybe it will reach a set 5. What a lively first game we have at 9 in the morning.
At 9 in the morning.
Good morning, everyone.
So
Gabriola, Sebastian, Dahab, all spikers in Leon who have helped gain points earn the in also in the first and second set. And of course here on DHTSI we have Espinosa, and there's a close-up on Clavano. Clavano with her beautiful setting strategies in this game. Nitura, sorry.
that's Noval.
Noval also doing really well in this matchup.
And that first service by Espinosa was a little too long.
Alright, we were talking about how starting off strong in each set is very important and very crucial to both teams.
Espinosa gets it to the other side. Puzon setting up Sebastian. That's in.
In fairness to Team Leon, they've been very consistent in terms of their defense and offense. You know, like it doesn't necessarily completely stand out yet besides their libero on Team Leon, but right now, I'd like to think that both teams are quite extraordinary in terms of their offense and defense.
Speaking of offense, that's Cabrera with the attack.
DHTSI.
Clavano with a serve. Who's on, setting up Gaviola. The attack was a little off. That's never off. Noval really with powerful spikes. Espinosa saving it in. Who's on? Goes to Sebastian this time, but that is blocked by Cabrera. Eslapor with a kill.
Eslapor also being a good attacker for Team Leon. Although we see the height difference in both teams, it doesn't seem to stop any spiker.
When you're a spiker, especially, there it needs to be a certain level of confidence in your game.
And a certain level of confidence in your vertical as well, no matter what height.
Kill by DHTSI.
That's another kill for DHTSI. And Cabrera serving now. Now Gaviola finally gets the right rhythm on that shot, gets it in.
Welcome back, Gaviola, but now she is in the back,
Jenny Gaviola.
going to spike.
Ball is received. Clavano to Nitura. Gaviola happy with how she was able to receive that, but Dahab, her block, didn't get over the net.
Opportunity here for DHTSI with consecutive points.
Good serve there by Noval. Clavano to Nitura once again. The power of Judiel Nitura.
Point for DHTSI.
Miranda in calling for one more chance here.
Noval with the serve once again. Quick, and that goes in for Dahab.
And there we go. We saw Renda in using her, what she called a chance again to receive. Getting that quick play started.
And here's Eslapor on the serve. Received by Espinosa. Clavano going to Manukay this time.
Kill by DHTSI.
Getting the point.
Nice adjust by Clavano with
Now serving DHTSI. Attack error. One
Attack
for Team
error.
Leon.
As Team Leon will get another point. This third set as tight as that second set. And
Point for Team Leon.
that's another point for Team Leon.
Manukay tried to redo her point from last round, but she wasn't able to reach the ball. Unfortunately so.
Espinosa's attack is blocked. Leon saying that they didn't touch it. But our umpires saying that they did, and that attack is out.
Well, point for DHTSI.
It seems that Leon wanted to call for a touch, but again, the umpires will continue the game.
Now serving number 66
Now
for
we've got
DHTSI.
Alarni Pesebre Serving. Sebastian. That's well received by Nuval. Nitura from behind. Acepcion getting it back in play. Here's Espinosa. That's blocked. Volley still ongoing. Here's Espinosa once again. Softer touch this time, but it's still received. Orendain with the attack. Pesebre receiving. Here's Nitura. Long and received by Gaviola. Orendain this time, but that is off the block.
Good on Orendain for adjusting with two blockers in front of her ready and reading her as well.
As we head to the first technical timeout, the score is 8-6 in favor of Team Leon. We'll be back. And Team Leon up by 2 right now. Off of attacks by Eslapor.
Yes, we see Team Leon. That serve was totally intentional. We love
Yes.
that. But Team Leon, back to my point, is really good with their, when it comes to their offense right now. Offense seems to be really consistent. Not a lot of errors, but a little bit of adjustment on both teams right now in terms of defense.
Good block there. DHTSI got it across right at the right time. Here's Espinosa. Her attack is received. Sebastian. And that results in a score from Clavano, but that was set up by that received by Pesebre. And they will keep Nitura in the game. The libero did not check in. They see the value of having Nitura even in the back end.
Yes, it makes the two spikers in the front still be useful with a backline attack available for them.
Nuval with a strong attack.
Romana really doing well in calling her shots on who she wants to let spike this game. I'd like to think both team setters are quite MVPs here in this matchup today.
Here's Espinosa with the serve. Clavano to Sebastian. That is wide.
Ball out, flag for DHTSI.
That's 3 straight points for DHTSI to grab the lead here, 9-8. Here's Gaviola. And Pesebre couldn't get to it.
Viola becoming more consistent as the game goes on. We see less errors from her than during the first and second set.
She now has 7 points to her name. Received by Cabrera there. She gets it right back. And Eslapor gets it over. Nuval. That was uncharacteristically not strong. Pesebre with the receive. Clavano. Back to Nuval. That's what she does. But it was received by the libero. Both liberos getting their work in here. Sebastian. Finally getting the point.
Good rally and good defense from Leon. Good on both teams in terms of offense. wasn't entirely sure which team had the upper hand in that rally actually.
Sebastian will now serve after scoring that last point. Oh, we have a buzzer.
Another rotational error on Leon. I think this is their second rotational error. Free point here to DHTSI, and this is why, Sir Joel, I've been telling you that it's very important that as a team you need to know where your position is and not to give free points, especially in close matches like this.
Whose responsibility is that usually? Should the coaching staff have an eye for that, or is it really on the players to know where they should be positioned?
It's really on the players to know where their position is and remember like where they have to be in the start of the game.
So that's twice that Team Leon has committed that error. Hopefully they don't do more of that. Rally ongoing. S. Lapor with the attack. Received by Pesebre. Clavano to Nuval. Good reception by Acepcion. Espinosa. And finally the score by Nuval.
Acepcion holding their head. I believe Estapor almost stepped on their teammate a while ago when Acepcion was receiving the ball. But it's alright. Liberos, they are trained to deal with the pain to save the ball.
Here's Sebastian off the block, getting the point. And Sebastian has been getting set up by, more here in this third set. But she commits a service error. And Manukai will check back into the game for Pesebre. What a good run. Dahab getting it right down the middle.
Good on Team Leon Spikers being very flexible to their setter when they are called. They do what they have to do.
And Puzon will get a breather. The score is tied at 12 all. This is the third set. Blocked there by Dahab.
Dahab 2 consecutive points here in the third set. Using her title as middle blocker in this game.
There's Clavano. That is wide. As the timeout is called on the floor. Score is 14-12. We'll be back. And Team Leon behind S. Lapor, Gaviola, and Orendain have a 2-point lead here in the third set. Tupas, who checked in earlier, serving. Here's Nitura on the attack. That's received. And that is a point for Nuval, I believe. Her serve just as strong as her spikes. Clavano setting up Nitura. Here's S. Lapor. Good block by Manukai.
DHTSI.
It's important to note
House
that
number 19 for
uh,
DHTSI.
DHTSI has 3 spikers in the front now that Natura is on the opposite side.
And Dahab goes out with that attack.
Point for DHTSI.
And DHTSI
Serving
has
number 19
gotten
for
3 straight
DHTSI.
points.
Let's see if they'll be able to pull away now that they have their momentum.
Tapang, her shot is blocked and two pass.
Speaking of pulling away, they are now doing so.
And that is the second technical timeout. Score is 16-14 in favor of DHTSI. We'll be back. Abigail Noval, the outside hitter of DHTSI, has shown her strength here in this third set. Well, throughout this entire game, this entire match. Strong spikes, strong serves, getting several points. She already has 7 to her name. She will serve. Tapang, that's received. Here's set once again. Dahab finding that seam in the middle once again.
Dahab really doing well as a middle blocker right in the set. We've seen a lot of very versatile hits from her blocks to her attacks, from quicks to stress. It's quite interesting to see Dahab start to shine here in the third set.
9 points to her name. S. Lapor serving. And Clavano. That setup was good. They have second chance here. And Nitura, her attack has been getting received these past few possessions. And the point will go to DHTSI.
Substitution. Number 17 to number 13 for DHTSI.
DHTSI now pulling away for the first time in this game. 3-point lead. We'll see whether or not DHTSI can hold on to their momentum and hold on to their attacks, offense and defense-wise.
And I believe this is a new setter for DHTSI. That's Palarca coming back into the game. Net touch on Team Leon. Timeout is called by Team Leon. They will be back. Team Leon finding themselves behind by 3, 18-15 here in this crucial third set. Palarca back on the floor. Orendain, no good. Espinosa's attack is received. Tupa setting up Orendain once again. Off the block that goes out, so point will go for Orendain.
Orendain making a comeback here. She seems to be quite quiet this set, but her attack seems to still be going strong, quite literally.
After scoring 4 points in that first set, she has deferred to to some of the other strong spikers, as that's Espinosa with a score for DHTSI.
Team Leon's libero-ception has really been carrying the defense for her team in this game.
Manukay, whose serve had a bit of an arc, but it was enough for them to score. They now have a 4-point lead, 20-16, and that forces Team Leon to send back in Puzon and Gaviola. Manukay. Here's Sebastian in the middle. And good defense.
Libero and setter a bit too close to each other, and Team Leon finding it hard to adjust and become more flexible to get the ball over.
And that was a good show of defense for DHTSI. Chance ball here. Oh, that's a net touch. Palarca a little too close to the net there.
That's the problem when a ball is over-received. It's very hard to set above when the net is like right beside you.
Exactly. Palarca setting up Espinosa for the strong attack, received by Ascension. Palarca once again, this time goes to the opposite side, and that is a point for Ecalia, to the protests of Team Leon.
Orenda In seems to be quite upset with this decision, not believing that it touched their hand during the block.
Espinosa, service error.
Team Leon still gets a point in the end.
And that puts a smile on the face of Orendain. Here's Noval with a strong attack. Eslapor gets it over.
Great cover by the libero of Leon.
There's a setup, but it's received. Noval once again. That is blocked this time. Gaviola. That attack is on the line. Let's take another look at that last attack. Gaviola across the field, and we'll be back. The score is 22-19, 3-point lead for DHTSI, but Team Leon is serving right now, slowly gaining momentum to try and get back in this third set. Gaviola once again with a kill.
Gaviola really showing her moxie in this game, especially here in set 3. Again, a wonderful thing about Team Leon is that they utilize their spikers, all of them. So we see all of them have a chance to shine. And, you know, Orenda In also now at the back line. Maybe she'll have a chance to be able to show what she can do.
And that is an error on the part of Escalia, as Team Leon is now within one, 22-21. Orenda in with the serve. Here's Palarca with a setup to Noval. A great block by the defense.
Gaviola on fire with her spikes and a block. Look at that.
And she angled her body in a way so that the ball, she was sure that the ball was going to go in.
Yes, she planned that very well. You can see that she is a very experienced spiker, knowing exactly what to do in those types of scenarios.
And here she is once again with another point. That is Jenny Gaviola showing up for Team Leon here in the latter part of set number 3.
There we have the entire bench hyping her up. Team Leon with the momentum right now. Let's see if DHTSI can return.
And they're claiming that that should have been 4 touches, but possession continued, and it will be a point for DHTSI on the attack by Noval.
Team Leon needs to, they're telling themselves to calm down, take the point. As we know, overconfidence goes a long way here in volleyball. You need to learn
There's a
how
set.
to stay calm, especially in these moments.
Sebastian with a score. Set point for Team Leon. Punching it through the defense there.
You can see the varying energy levels between DHTSI and Team Leon right now, and who has the momentum.
Here's Glavano. She sets up Nitura, but that is received. Here's Gaviola. That's received. Nitura on the other side. Eslapor. Glavano setting up Noval this time. Still nothing. Nitura will try. Nothing still for either team. Nitura. Here's Gaviola, and that is it for set number 3. Jenny Gaviola punctuating that win in that set for Team Leon. They now move up 2-1 over DHTSI. Let's take another look at that last play.
Critical moment of glory for Gaviola and those points, especially in the late part of the set.
We'll be back for the third set. You are still watching the National Developmental Sports League Volleyball Series 2025.
NDSL.
And you're still with us here for the National Developmental Sports League Volleyball Series. Team Leon up by 1 set over DHTSI after getting that third set, 25 to 23. Tati, what did you observe from that third set?
Team Leon's offensive strategy was quite something to witness live here in the NDSL. But you know, DHTSI, they started off strong. It's just really, really hard for them to keep themselves together when Team Leon puts them under pressure, which was their same problem back in set 1. Hopefully here in set 4, DHTSI will be able to not succumb to that pressure and continue their momentum as the game moves forward. But hopefully also on Team Leon's end, they'll continue their offensive and defensive strategy in terms of their libero, in terms of utilizing their spikers. We'll see if the setter also of Team Leon will continue their own strategy of being very flexible and adjustable to their entire team.
Speaking of the setter, Venice Puzon, it was the reinsertion of her and Jenny Gaviola back when DHTSI was already ahead and on the verge of getting the set that switched the momentum back to their side, and Gaviola finishing that third set with, I believe, 9 points, 9 of the 25. She was a very vital cog in that third set win for Team Leon. So it will be, as you said, up to DHTSI to adjust and find a way to force a fifth set.
It's really hard, Sir Joel, to say who really is the best player in this match right now. As we see, most of the players are quite equal in terms of skill and prowess into winning.
Exactly. Orandayan gets it over. Here's Noval. Last hit. And another chance ball here. Opportunity for Team Leon. And that possession is saved. No, not quite. I thought it was going to go over.
Nice attempt by the libero of Team DHTSI. We don't see much of her right now, but you know what? Maybe she'll start to shine here in the fourth set.
That's Tony Nitura with the attack. No good. Gaviola. And here's Noval. That is off the touch. So point will go to DHTSI.
Silvano now at the back. That means that DHTSI has 3 spikers, hopefully to utilize their offensive strategy.
But that service error will put all of that to naught.
Let's see how Clavano will adjust now and make up for the service error. She still has 3 spikers to utilize.
Orandayan with a serve. Oh,
A bit
not
too
quite.
close to
Yeah.
the net.
Acepcion gets it to Eslapor. Clavano. Judiel Nitura gets it over. Both sisters are in the game right now. Here's Noval. Soft touch there. Gaviola with the attack. That's received by Espinosa. Judiel. Who's on with the reception? Rally ongoing. Noval with another soft touch over the fingers of Gaviola. Oh, redirecting that hit was Noval. But still, where is this going? There it went. Point for Tony Nitura.
DHTSI really needs to be able to have that confidence where they should attack, avoid a lot of these soft or a bit to hesitate. They're hesitating in terms of whether or not they should attack because of the sets that they are given. But we see on Team Leon's end, no matter the set, they still try to attack with a spike.
Exactly. Puzon setting up Sebastian. That's received. Here's Noval with a strong hit. Gaviola gets it over. Clavano to Manukay. And that's a double touch.
Double contact on Sebastian. It really is hard, to set in general, especially if you're a spiker and that's not what you're trained to be doing.
Good defense there by DHTSI. Clavano getting it to Noval. Who's on for the attack? Gaviola.
You can
That's
see
on the
that there's a lot of trust between Puzon and Gaviola right now, especially after the third set. Here in the fourth set, you see that Puzon is giving it more to Gaviola, knowing full well that she'll be able to show that she can spike.
Exactly. And that is in for Judiel Nitura. Here's service for Noval. Acepcion immediately apologizing. 4 touches. That's an error. And the second straight point for DHTSI. They're up by 2, 5-3. Puzon setting up Gaviola, and it pays dividends. You were saying earlier?
Gaviola really now in the back line, actually. Let's see if Puzon will be able to use her, even though she is currently in the back line. It's always interesting to see how setters can adjust to their spikers.
That was on the line. Espinosa with the point. Here's Puzon. Espinosa with another attack, and that will go out.
Nice quick play though by Puzon. DHTSI can use this as a chance to pull away now and bring this game into a 5th set maybe.
Here's Clavano to Espinosa. 3 straight points for her. As we head to our first technical timeout of the 4th set, DHTSI is up by 4, 8-4. We'll be back. Jin Espinosa with 3 straight points here in the 4th set. She has been consistent throughout all 4 sets with a total of 12 points so far in this game.
You can see that the HTSI might be able to use this as an opportunity to pull away. Hopefully that'll give Team Leon some incentive to see their fighting spirit again, which we saw in the last set.
That serve by Nitura just enough to get over. Here's Espinosa once again. This time it's blocked by Dahab and Puzon. Oh, Espinosa using her smarts, getting another point there.
Espinosa has won a lot of points through drop balls, actually. Finding that opening and space in Team Leon's defense.
Getting it just over the fingers of Puzon. And just enough so that Gaviola couldn't get to it. But this time, the net didn't help Nitura. So the score is 9-5, 4-point lead still for DHTSI with Tapang serving. Set up by Clavano. This time she goes to Manukay. Possession is still alive. Espinosa with a strong attack. And Ascension wanted to go after the ball but couldn't get to it in time. Espinosa has been showing up here in this fourth set.
Good on Team Leon's libero, still trying to go for that ball, seeing if they'll be able to save it as per the job of a real libero.
And that is a point for DHTSI. I couldn't quite see who actually made that attempt.
DHTSI now pulling away. Maybe this will give them the opportunity to take this set and bring us into a fifth one as they lead with 6 points. Five
5 points after that score for Dahab.
Now serving number 16 for Team Leon.
Here's Nitura. That was a different kind of hit.
Very on the line. Quick play there.
Let's take another look. You know that they practice that a lot.
She
You
saw
can
the
see the
opening and she
familiarity.
took it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's Clavan once again, activating Tony Nitura. This time it does not go. On D. That is going to be a point for Team Leon.
Sebastian, I believe, getting that point there in the front line. We love that Team Leon really uses all their spikers and continues to play through this match with their fighting spirit.
Here's Noval. She is back in this. Oh. And an error there. We'll give the point to DHTSI, giving them back a 6-point lead, 13-7. Lavano serving. Pupa setting it up. And Gaviola, not that strong as an attack. Oh, and Ascension couldn't get to the kill from Judiel Nitura.
Good communication by DHTSI there, not allowing that misreceive to be taken any other way.
As we head to a timeout, the score is 14-7 in favor of DHTSI. We'll be back. Judiel Nitura, the Letran standout, with that last play, finding that spot that was hard for Ascension to reach. Here's Gaviola. She has a different setter this time. Nuval with another strong attack. And good on Clavano, not forcing to go in there as that goes out. 3 straight points for DHTSI. As you mentioned, Tati, they have now started to pull away with an 8-point lead, 15-7.
I think that is their biggest lead in this entire game. Finding their momentum was critical to DHTSI.
Here's Nitura. To Nitura. Sister connection there. Clavano to Judiel. And Ascension The open hand reception wasn't enough as Judiel Netura scores, and we head to the second technical timeout of the fourth set. We'll be back. DHTSI gaining a lot of momentum here in the fourth set. They will not go without a fight, wanting this to get into a fifth set to start our resumption of the NDSL Volleyball Series 2025. We hope that you're enjoying this match. Joel Parcon and Tati Dulce bringing you this game.
Good morning, everyone, and that is a very good morning for DHTSI. Really showing what they can do now here in the fourth set, which we saw was lacking on the first three.
As that is a net touch by Orendain. So DHTSI now up by double digits. The first time any team has gone up by double digits in this match.
I believe we all weren't expecting this, especially if you've been watching since the start of the game. Team Leon has always been the one that's had the upper hand or even tried to lead in terms of scoring. But now we see DHTSI with the biggest lead here in the game and also holding on to their momentum. Team Leon needs to find a way to get back and find their footing again so that they won't... There it is. Finding their footing again so that DHTSI doesn't extend.
Both Clavano and Manukay going for that ball after the block, resulting in that error. Chance ball! Converted into an attack by Jenny Gaviola. Gaviola now with 15 points to her name. Clavano setting up Noval. Good block there by Tony Nitura. Noval across.
Noval maybe making a comeback here in the fourth set.
She is the third player from DHTSI to get into double figures in terms of points. Behind Espinosa and Judiel Netura. Pesebre will check into the game for Tony Netura.
Now serving number 06.
Service is good. Clavano setting it up for Judiel. Two pass with the reception. Tapang. Chance ball. Tapang with a soft touch. Here's Noval with her own soft touch and getting the point. No, that wasn't the point yet.
Not yet, but Noval's really showing all her off-spin attacks rather than a full-blown spike.
I mean, you create that expectation because she has been hitting that ball hard throughout this game, and then you suddenly give them a soft touch.
A very diverse and smart player, Noval.
Another error, back-to-back errors by DHTSI. This might be the opening that Team Leon is looking for to get back in this game. Manukay gets it in.
Now serving number 94.
Noval on the serve. Here's Gaviola. Gaviola has been the top spiker for Team Leon.
DHTSI now with 3 spikers and a backline attacker. Maybe their setter, Clavano, will be able to do something about that.
Here's Tupas setting up Tapang. And Tapang will score.
Leon not really giving up, even though there was like a double-digit lead at one point.
Gaviola serving. Here's the set. Espinosa, that's blocked. Chance ball, and that's long. That's 3 straight points for Team Leon as DHTSI calls a timeout. The score is 19-14 in favor of DHTSI. We'll be back. Team Leon showing their courage, not giving up. They're down by just 5 as of the moment. That service though by Jenny Gaviola is long. Good timeout call there by DHTSI to get Jenny Gaviola out of her rhythm and serving. Here's Tapang. That's received. Espinosa. Rally is starting and ended by Tapang.
Team Leon really not letting go here. DHTSI seems to be shaken up now a little bit as Leon brought them down to a 5-point lead.
Tapang. Service is wide.
Ball out. Point for DHTSI.
I don't think Team Leon can afford those kinds of errors right now.
And Manukay and Pesebre will check out. Nitura.
Number 21 for DHTSI.
Cabrera will check in. DHTSI Espinosa. That's received by Ascension. Ball is live. And ball is killed. Team Leon staying within striking distance, although DHTSI is 4 points away from getting the set.
DHTSI really needs to move on into defense right now if they want to keep their lead, but also make sure that they stay aggressive and not afraid to do spikes.
That was a little tentative there. The rhythm and the timing was also a little off.
I don't think the coaches are going to call a timeout on DHTSI's side.
Dahab with a service. Lavano going to Espinosa this time. 2 pass. That's an attack error. DHTSI can smell it. They're 3 points away from forcing a 5th set.
What a very interesting game, first game we have today, Sir Joel.
And here is the opportunity for DHTSI. But that is an error. 4 touches.
Nuval and Clavano. Clavano was saying that her set was a bit too low and apologized to Nuval. Let's see, they can do it again. Nope.
And yet again, Nuval with another soft touch. Getting the point. Timeout is called on the floor. The score is 23-18 in favor of DHTSI. We'll be back. DHTSI 2 points away from forcing a fifth and deciding set on this first game of after the resumption of the NDSL Volleyball Series 2025. Joel Parcon bringing you this match alongside my partner Tati Dulce. And Clavano with the service. Strong attack from Cloma, gets through.
Loma making up for her attack error a while ago, now at the back line. Hopefully, maybe she can score a thing or two even though she's in the back line.
Got it through both defenses, both blockers there. Nuval. Her attacks have softened in this set. Tupa setting it up. And that is in. Tapang with another point. That lead is down to 3. Cloma with the serve. Clavano activating Judiel, but that's blocked by Gaviola. Judiel once again, that's in.
DHTSI almost at match point if they keep their momentum going.
And chance for them to force the 5th set here.
Set point, my bad.
Tony Nitura with the service. Here's Judiel to Clavano. Back to Judiel! And it didn't go over. A little anticlimactic, but still a point for DHTSI.
It was a over receive from Leon. As we
And
move
so
on.
DHTSI takes the 4th set.
Yes.
It's now tied up at 2 sets apiece as we head to a 5th and final set. What a way to start the NDSL, restart the NDSL Volleyball Series. Tati and I will be back. And we are heading to a fifth and deciding set on this Tuesday morning on the resumption of the NDSL Volleyball Series. DHTSI getting enough momentum in that fourth set to force this fifth set. Tati, what else did you observe from that fourth set?
DHTSI really showed us that they can in fact pull away and can in fact lead the game. It was just a matter of whether or not they would succumb to the pressure, as I said, and they did not. They found a way to lead and find their fourth set footing, and now they brought us to a fifth set. Team Leon, on the other hand, we see a little bit of their consistency, obviously, but in reality, we need to see more in terms of like making sure that their offense stays the same and their defense stays the same. But maybe that was because of a change in substitutions during the game.
And in terms of pressure, yes, Team Leon did put it on in the latter part of the game, headed by Jenny Gaviola, who up till now in 4 sets has top scored for both teams with 16 points. Meanwhile, for DHTSI, it has been their new player, Judiel Netura, playing her first game with the team with 13 points. But it has also been Shika Espinosa with 15. So first serve will go to DHTSI. Big opportunity for them to start off. On the right foot. Here's Noval. Puzon setting it up. Orenda in. Her attack is blocked. Rally ongoing. Noval wide on that attack.
Alright, there seems to be a call that there was a touch on the block from Team Leon, but the umpire still gave it to Team Leon right now, not accepting the challenge.
Orenda in with a serve. Clavano with another drop, but this time they are wise to her strategy.
Seems they've been reading her now.
Noval with the score there. Let's take another look at that. Just enough. Serving is Clavano. Service ace.
Clavano with her 3 spikers in the front line, and she gets a service ace, showing that setters can in fact still receive a point.
There's Gaviola. Here's Netura with the response. It's received by Leon. Clavano setting up Judiel.
That was a free ball for DHTSI, and they utilized it pretty well, gaining that attack point. They saw an opportunity and they took it. Lavana's still at the back line, ready to go. Hopefully, we'll see if she can be able to. Apparently not. We have Team Leon continuing their ongoing fight between DHTSI, even though DHTSI has the momentum right now. Hopefully Team Leon will be able to stop it with this opportunity.
Here's the service. Tony Netura this time joining the attack. And I believe their younger brother just played here yesterday for the NDSL basketball series. It's their turn today. Gaviola. Attack is blocked. Here's Judiel. And that is... Oh, there's a challenge there from the coach.
I believe overreaching is being called on DHTSI.
Let's see. From this angle. Okay. Anyway, point has been awarded to Team Leon. Clavano setting up Judiel Netura once again. Ball is live. Block there. Nuval gets it over. Puzon all the way to the opposite side, and Tapang gets the score.
DHTSI needs to work on their defense for set 5, especially knowing full well that Team Leon is known for their offensive strategy, especially at the start of the game, which we saw consistently in all 5 sets.
Score is tied at 4-all. They were also probably taken by surprise by the fact that Puzon was setting it all the way from the other side of the court. Here's Netura. It's received by Rondain. Here's Tapang once again.
Finding that opening Tapang in zone 6.
As a timeout is called on the floor, the score is 6-4 in favor of Team Leon. We'll be back. As we restart, I just like to correct myself. The score is 5-4 in favor of Team Leon. Here's Jenny Gaviola with a serve. Lavano going to Netura once again, but that attack is blocked. And that's Dahab with a point.
Now serving number 9,
It has been 4 straight points for Team Leon. Reception wasn't optimal. Ball is live. Who's on to Tapang? That has been a good connection this set. Nuval with a strong attack. Received by Orendain. Tapang retaliates. Here's Manukay. Espinosa to Clavano, back to Netura. Rally still going on. Tapang wants to end it. No go. Netura. And finally, Judiel ends that rally.
What a rally, and we saw that DHTSI noticed that they were doing a lot of back and forth spikes and decided, you know what, let's end it with a little drop ball.
And the multifaceted attack of Judiel Netura. Tapang down the line.
Both teams not pulling away right now. Very close game here in the 5th set.
The bench of Team Leon a little more animated than DHTSI.
I think from the get-go, Team Leon has been very animated in the bench.
That is in for Judiel Netura once again. racking up the points here in the 5th set. But that is a service error. As both teams will now switch as we head into the midway point of the 5th and final set. They are playing to 15 for this set, right, Tati?
Yes, they are. We know that it's crucial to keep your momentum in the first part of the game because of how short the 5th set is. But right now we have Team Leon leading by 2 points, so I guess that means Team Leon right now has the momentum to keep on going. But hopefully DHTSI does not do the error that they've been doing, the mistake that they've been doing since set 1, which is succumbing to the pressure. So hopefully we'll see them stand out and fight here in the 5th set.
And our referees checking just so that Team Leon avoids another rotation error. Sebastian checks in for, I do not quite know how to pronounce her surname, Akain.
Sebastian also one of the good attackers of Team Leon.
Score is 8-6 in favor of Team Leon. There you go. They just needed to adjust the score on our scoreboard. Dahab on the serve. Reception wasn't optimal, but the attack was. Leon keeps it in play. Nitura to Clavano, and the attack by Espinosa is good.
Good chase there by Team Leon. You can see that they're still fighting for that point.
Again, going back to what you said, how crucial this 5th set is because it's quite shorter.
You have to keep that attitude throughout the rest of the set, as this dictates the entire match.
Cabrera with a service. Here's Sebastian. Attack is foiled. Clavano with a setup. Espinosa, her attack is received. Orendain, cross. Nitura! Tony Nitura with another point.
Nice adjust there from the spikers in Team Leon. Let's see if DHTSI will be able to pull away.
And the score has been knotted up at 8-all. Service ace for Cabrera. As a timeout is called by Team Leon, they're down by 1. We'll be back. The score is 9-8, 1-point lead for for DHTSI. Cabrera serving. Good attack by Orendain. Gets a second serving. Still nothing. That's Espinosa with another point.
Team Leon really needs to work on their coverage right now in terms of covering the floor. There seems to be a lot of holes in their defense.
And Cabrera will continue to serve. Who's on? to Sebastian. And an error. Oh, they touched the net. Albert tells us that someone from DHTSI touched the net, so it will be a point for Team Leon. And back-to-back errors for DHTSI, knotting this game back up at 10. Here is the attack by Gaviola, no good. Clavano. Chance ball. Puzon setting up Orendain. That's on the line. Three straight points for Team Leon. They are now 4 points away from getting this match. Here's Puzon. To Clavano. And that's a good attack by Espinosa.
Close game here. Hopefully, DHTSI will see it through because Team Leon right now has the upper hand in terms of momentum. Let's see if DHTSI will be able to regain it back.
Puzon setting it up for Orendain. Good block. The attack is foiled. And once again, Clavano with the heady play.
Somebody should make some highlights of all Clavano's no-look drop balls. She reached for that one, actually. She was quite far away from the net.
True. Espinosa with the service. Puzon setting up Sebastian in the middle, and it goes in. This game is knotted up at 12. Orendain with the service. Clavano to Netura. Gaviola on the attack. And that's long. DHTSI saying that there was a touch. And
Leon doesn't seem to agree whatsoever.
the referee here on one side saying that there was a touch.
It's the fifth set. It's very crucial that both teams are able to come to terms to the points that they receive.
And the point has been awarded to Team Leon. They are now 2 points away from getting this match. As a timeout is called on the floor, the score is 13-12. We'll be back. Team Leon is 2 points away from getting this match, but not far behind is DHTSI. And the bench of Team Leon egging their team on. Clavano setting up. Good block. Cabrera, chance ball. Puzon setting up Gaviola. Good defense there by Terzo. Whistle is blown. And it will be a point for DHTSI.
Very close game. It's anybody's game right now. You don't really know like which team has the upper hand.
Clavano serving.
Clavano has 2 spikers in front of her.
Puzon to Gaviola. Nitura sending it over. Here's Sebastian. Good reception by Espinosa. Tapang. Here's Judiel. Tapang once again. Oh, that is wide. And Team Leon is 1 point away.
Match point.
Match point for Team Leon off of that error by Tony Nitura.
Let's remember DHTSI still has their fighting spirit. But Team Leon's bench, again, very animated.
Service by Sebastian. Received by Espinosa. Clavano to Nitura. And that is a kill by Judiel Nitura.
They are extending the set now with a race to 16.
As Manukay checks in for Cabrera. Now serving Tony Nitura. Oh! That might have gone over already, but Orendain chose to receive it. So point goes to Nitura on a service ace. And they immediately sub her out. I get the feeling that service isn't really one of the strong suits of Tony Nitura. That's why they wanted to get who is this, Pesebre in for her. But they weren't allowed to make that substitution. Good thing for her, Orendain chose to receive that ball.
I believe that it's also the nerves, she didn't want to risk it being inside as well, which, since you're on court, you can't really tell.
Yeah.
And you don't want to risk it here in the last part of the match.
So DHTSI 1 point away from getting the win here.
It's also a lot of nerves for the servers, one mistake and it's over.
Pesebre with the service. Ball is live. Acepcion with a receive. Gaviola. Good defense there from Balingit. Here's Tapang. Ball is still in play. They keep trying to kill the ball, but DHTSI says it will not let that happen. Drop ball. Clavano to Nitura. Tapang. Clavano once again to Nitura, but still ball is live.
We're seeing a very long rally here, Sir Joel. Both teams fighting for this last
Tapang.
point.
Pesebre with the reception. Nitura Still nothing going. And that spike goes wide.
There we go.
And DHTSI ekes out a win. A fitting end to this game. That long rally ending this game with a win for DHTSI.
If there's any takeaway you can get from this is that you should never give up, especially when you're under pressure, which we see from DHTSI. Well, kudos to both teams because both of them were really good, really skilled offense and defense. Both setters really showed their versatility and how they lead as a game maker. But DHTSI at the end got the last laugh with that final rally.
And of course, just getting enough, getting the last two sets here. They get the second, fourth, and fifth set, DHTSI does. As we take a look at some highlights from this fifth set, it was DHTSI going ahead early, but then again, Team Leon coming right back in, roaring right back in. But in the end, DHTSI doing just enough to get the win. Their first win here in the NDSL Volleyball Series 2025.
And it was good for the girls in yellow because they were very consistent. They're a very consistent team. It was just that DHTSI, even though they were quite consistent from set 1 to set 5, it was shown that like when they get the lead, they get the lead. Like they know how to end and close.
Precisely. And several good performances here for DHTSI. Of course, they didn't start with her at the setter's position, but Clavano was there really dictating the game for the entire team, especially for this player newly integrated into Team DHTSI. She is our player of the game, Judiel Nitura, and she is with Sheila right now.
And I am with the best player of the game, Judiel. Judiel, this is your first game, kung tama ako. And the unang laban mo pa lang, sumaba ka na agad sa 5 sets. How does it feel like going up against another commercial team?
Wala naman po kasi normal lang. Nakakapaglaro kasi ako sa mga liga na nakasanayan ko na. So yun lang, trabaho lang ng trabaho. Yun lang yung dapat gawin.
Gaano ba ka-normal din na makasama mo sa isang team yung ate mo?
Hindi ko alam. Kasi first time ko lang na makasama ulit si ate sa laro. Parang naninibago ako kasi kakasama ko na lang ulit sa ligang labas.
Umabot kayo ng 5 sets for this game. Ano ba sa tingin nyo yung naging advantage ninyo at nasustain nyo all throughout?
Siguro yung communication namin and yung defense namin kasi kung walang depensa and yung serve-receive, hindi kami makakabante.
Meron bang gusto pasalamatan o ba itian? I-shoutout, go ahead.
Pinapasalamatan ko po lahat ng sumusuporta sa DHTSI. Tapos yung mama ko po na nanonood sa amin and yung mga kapatid ko po and yung mga tita and tito ko po.
Maraming salamat, our best player of the game from DHTSI, Judiel Nitura. Back to you, Tati and Joel.
And congratulations to Judiel Nitura and the DHTSI. Up next, we've got the second game. AFP Lady Gunners going up against the CSB Quezon. On behalf of my partner Tati Dulce and our courtside reporter Sheila Salaysay, this has been Joel Parcon. This is the National Developmental Sports League Volleyball Series. We'll see you in the next games.